Okay, in this exercise we're going to do a lab for our standard load balancer. So see how can we do that. So for first we need to create two virtual machines and then install internet information services on that. So let's just see how can we do that. So in the start, I don't think so I have any resource group in that. I can just say demo RSG, created say demo VM1. Okay, and then we can have any. I'm based in UK, so I'll probably just go with the UK South. So anything they have, I'll just say UK South. I'll have window 2016 to install. Where is window 2016? Window 2016. I'll have the normal size. It doesn't take much. That's fine, and I'll give the credential test user and then password. Okay, I'll add port 80 in that, so it picks up that. Okay, go to next disk, networking, premium, whatever. I'll choose a default. I can create my own virtual network, but I'll for now use the default one. I'll go management. Doesn't matter. Go to text review and create. So that's gonna create a virtual machine. I'm going to create another virtual machine. So I'll be back when it's the same step we created. So I'm gonna create another virtual machine. That's the second virtual machine I'm going to create. Demo RSG. And then a virtual machine, I can call it demo VM2. UK South, that's fine. I'll have a 2016 data center. I'll select the size, maybe whichever is there. I'll call it test user. Okay. I'll go to the next. I'll go to the networking. Okay. It's demo VM4. I need to make sure that it's the part of the same network as the demo VM1. So that should be a part of the demo VM1. Is that the one? I just want to make sure it is the right one. Okay. In order to do that, I need to check it just to make sure I have the right one. So if I go to our virtual network, so if we go to virtual network, you can see demo RSG VNet. So just need to make sure it's the demo RSG VNet. So okay, and that's public IP is enabled. That's right. Just need to make sure that it is with the same virtual network. Let's go to management. Next review. No. Just need to make sure that it's in the right region. Okay. 2016. Yep, that was all good. Just need to make sure that it was all okay. Okay. Going to create. So it's going to create two virtual machines. So now what we have to do is install the Internet Information Services. I'm going to go to DM1. To give you an example, if I copy this and paste this one in here, let's see if we can access the virtual machine, which should not actually let us do that. So to do that, we'll have to go to remote desktop, go here, add the IP address and then the test user. Once you do that, let's see if we can connect with this one. So he's still not letting us do this, which is okay. Let's go inside this virtual machine. Okay. Okay, now we have our demo VM1 virtual machine ready. We need to install the Internet Information Services. Okay, server managers. Okay, it's open now. Let's see if we can install that. Let's click on that. Next, next, next. Okay, still working on that. Okay, Internet Information Services, here it is. Select that, we call it add feature, go to next, 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 next. Now we're going to install it. Oh, not you. So while it's doing that, let's create a notepad just to do some testing. Come on. Okay. Okay, well, we can call it, this is demo VM1. Okay. I'll call it H1. We will install this file once our Internet Information Services is installed. It's still doing it. Let's wait for that now. Actually, while it's doing it, I'm gonna go to second virtual machine so we don't waste our time. So I'm gonna go to, should be here by now. Yeah, that's we have. See, we don't have anything at the moment. Let's go to I don't like this. Okay, take the public IP and then go to remote. Not this one. I need to start a new one. If we go here, I'll add it here. Test user. And then see, that was the right one, I believe. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was right. Let's see if we can connect with our second machine. Yep, it's coming on. Let's see where we are with our machine one. It has installed. Let's just close it now, and then we can use the same for now. Okay, let's save this file in our internet route file. So go to C, Windows C, and then in pub, this is the one we installed. Go to root here, and then go to maybe select all files and call it maybe a default file. So you can call it maybe default.html, and then let's see, we can save this one in here. Yep, so saved now. Let's go to our machine, second machine. Where we are with that, we will install our Internet Web Services. Okay, it's doing it. Okay, go to add roles and features. The same steps we did for our VM1. So go to Web's Internet Services. Okay, add features. Go to next, 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 and then install. So this is gonna install now. Let's just see if our VM1 machine is gonna work, because we did install our Web Internet Services. If we go here and then Control V, see it's working now. And if we do the default file we created, DEF. What hour would we get? Yeah, this is the DM. Yeah, this is demo VM1 we have. So that's good. Let's do the same with our second machine. With this one, create. Let's go here. I copied the earlier one. I'm gonna, no, not this one. I think I have to do that again. So we can call 2, one, and then once that's installed, we will save the file in that. Okay, let's wait for this one. Okay, it has installed, so let's just close this one. You can also see it here as well, see? Internet Information Services. Okay, now we've done that. Let's go to File and then save this file. Go to this PC, Windows C, InPub, www.root, go to all files and then save this file, so we can call it default as well, DFAU default.html. Okay, and then just save this file. Okay, this is saved. Now let's see if it's actually working now. So let's go to our VM2 virtual machine, take the VM2, take the public IP, see if it's working now. That should work. Alright, let's try it again. Just to give an overview what I did, because you can see the time change. So I didn't select the port 80. You can do two ways. You can either add an inbound rule to allow port 80 or create a new virtual machine. If you look at VM1, the way I created, I selected port 80 at that time. So what I had to do is create another virtual machine and delete the previous one. And now if you can see, if I can use public one, then I'll be able to get hold of VM2 and with the same. If I do default.html, I'll be able to access to this. Why I can't get it? It says it doesn't exist. Why not? Let's go to here. What's the problem here? Let me see. Did save the file there. It is there. Maybe I didn't save it right. That works fine. Why not here? Should work. Let's try it again. Why not? Okay, let's see what's the problem. I'll maybe delete this one. I'll create a new, go to the notepad and create a new one. So it was H1. This is demo VM2. Then H1. Then close that. Let's save as go to Windows C there, root, choose all files. What if I maybe just call it VM2 maybe, so say VM2 or just VM.html, do that, VM.html, save this one, okay, and just to make sure we are in the right machine, hostname, if you do that it'll tell you which machine are you, demo VM2, which is fine. Okay, let's go to the one we have again, go here, That's right, it wasn't created properly. So okay, now we have created two virtual machines. We check that the public IP works in that is all good. So they both have public IP. We don't need their public IP because will be linking with one public IP, which will be then linked with the load balancer. What we can do is we can just disassociate for now. Refresh. Okay, so we can do is go to demo 1, go to networking, go to the interface card, go to IP configuration, and then go to IP config 1, and then just disassociate it and just make sure that it's static so the public IP address does not change. So just save that, and then we're going to do the same. Okay, let it work. So it's saving. So it's done. Now let's go to virtual machine second and then do the same. Okay, let's go to networking. Go to the interface card. Where is it there? Go to configuration. No, my bad. I'm in the wrong place. Networking. It's disabled already. Did we disable that? Let's just check first. Public IP still there. Networking. Go to the card. Go to the IP config. Go here. Disassociate it. Make it static and press save. It's gonna take a couple of minutes. Okay, now the second IP public IP address, excuse me, is disassociated. Now let's go to virtual machine. We can go there now. Okay, remote desktop. Because we removed the public IP, that's why it's saying the remote desktop cannot connect. So our virtual machines are gonna, even if we try to connect it, that will not connect because we have removed the public IP. Okay, what we have to do now is create a public IP address which can link both of our virtual machines. So we go to public IP address, and now we go to add, and this time the SKU will be standard because it's a standard load balancer. So we can just call it, standard IP address. It's fine. It's a free trial resource group which we are using is demo RSG and UK South. So leave that up the rest of them. So just create that one. Let's say we have standard timeout free demo RSG. Okay, all good. Let's create the public IP address now. Okay, now if you can see the standard IP address is created now. The next step is to create a load balancer, which is our standard load balancer. So if you go there, click add, okay, and then choose our resource group. We can name it standard load balancer, okay, and because it's a UK South, same region, so we'll choose the same virtual network. Now this time the SKU is the standard one. It talks about creating, making sure the security network gates are used to explicit permits. So for that one, we need to make sure that network security gates are configured. For the public IP, we use the existing one, which we actually created. You can see it here, just about here. And then the rest of them is all same. So go to tags and then review and create. And now now it will create the standard load balancer. It will take a couple of minutes. When it's done, it's done quickly. Let's go to our virtual machine. So if we go to a virtual machine, right now there is no public IP link with that. So now what we have to do is go inside our load balancer. We can see we have our load balancer now. Go inside load balancer. Now what we have to do is have to create backend pool where we will add our virtual machines, the help probe, and then load balancing rule. Let's go here. It's already it has IP configured, which we created. Go to backend pool and let's create a backend pool. So we can call it pool A. Okay, the virtual network, which are both machines are linked, it's just one for now. We can create that. Once we do that, That should bring us our virtual machine. Okay, why not? Just to give you a bit of idea, I think I messed up a little bit with the virtual networks. So the virtual machine had a different virtual ID. So I had to create the machine again and link with the same virtual network. So now it works fine, hopefully. So if we go to the public IP address, we have got public IP address. What we're gonna do is go to the backend pool and add pool. We call it pool A. Pool A, select this is the network I created. Once I do that, this is actually linked with two virtual machines, so you'll be able to see VM1 and VM2. I'll be able to add these two. Once I do that, I'll click on add, and these two will be in there. So now you can see the pool A created with pool 2 virtual machines. We can go to the health probe, create a health probe for the machine. We can call it just health probe load balancer. It says port 80. Port 80 is already set, so if we just go and press OK, it will create the health probe for that. And then after that, we'll do just load balancing rules. Let's wait for this one. Yeah, it's done. Let's go to the load balancing rule, create that. Just say LB rules, whatever the name is. LB rules, that's fine. And you can see that we have the front-end IP address which we set. That from port 80, we go to backend port 80, and we have two virtual machines set up. We have health probe setup, which we just set. And don't have to worry about that, and leave the rest of the same, press OK. So let's see, once it's done, what will happen is you will see that both our virtual machine have one public IP. So say we got 2049163, and even if I go to the VM2, it will have the same 2049163. So both of the virtual machines are linked with one public IP, and that public IP is linked with one load balancer. So I mean, if you go to the load balancer, say the load balancer there, if you go to the overview, can you see this IP address? If I take this IP address and then copy that, it either pick VM1 or VM2. So see, we can do it. We can, if we do it here, say the one for the file we created was what's default.html. This should give us VM2, and if we do the same one maybe on Internet Explorer, that should give us the one which the VM2. See, that's how it worked. So just to give you a bit of an overview, I know in between I'm human, I make mistakes too. So what I did again is you can see I have two virtual machine. I had the port 80 in that. I've set a separate virtual network which I called my name on that, so Mo. So both virtual machine link with Mo, and then I went to inside virtual machine and installed Internet Information Services and just make sure that they are working from their public IP. After that, I disassociated their public IP, and then I created public IP address, which then I link with both of the machines. Then I created load balancer, which you see, and there I can select two machines which I wanted in load balancer, and from there you can see I can access to the machine. I hope you understand that. If you don't have any, please leave your comments or anything if you need to, and then I'll get back to you on that. Thank you very much.